Real quick video here on how to find the arc length of a circle. First things first, the arc length of a circle, an arc is this shape right here, right? It's essentially the distance from point J to H if you were to go around the perimeter of the circle, right? So if we're trying to find that length, we need basically to have two pieces of information. We need to have this angle measure and this radius. Alright, and once we do, the arc length is really simple. So I'm going to give you the measure of the central angle, and I'm making this up. Let's see, it looks like it's around 88 or so. Let's say 87. So this is 87 degrees. And as you know, the central angle is 87. This arc measure, which is different than arc length, remember, the arc measure is 87. They're exactly the same. And I'll also tell you that the radius, segment JI, has a measure of, let's say, 12 feet. Alright, and your job, of course, is to find the distance it would take you to walk from point J to point H. But you can't go straight, right? You have to go around this way. It's kind of like you're walking around maybe a fountain or a pond or something. Alright, in order to do that, we're going to use our big giant proportion. The proportion is going to start with your angles. So you always want to take your arc measure, your central angle, same thing, put it on the top, and then the denominator is your whole entire circle. So that equal to what you're trying to find. That's your arc length right there. X divided by the entire circumference of the circle, which is 2 pi r. So in summary, that formula, the way to memorize it is you go the portion of the circle divided by the whole circle in terms of their degrees is equal to the portion of the circle, which is this, again, this portion right here that you're trying to find, divided by the whole entire circle. Alright, so let's plug in the information we know. R, of course, is 12. So we have 87, 360, x, and then 2 times 12 is 24. I'll do that first. 24 times pi. Alright, so here is the trick here, right? We don't want to necessarily cross multiply because then we'll just have to divide again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take whenever my missing value is in the top, if I'm trying to find x in the numerator, I'm just going to take this denominator and just move it up here by multiplication. So I'm left with 24 pi times 87, all divided by 360, is equal to what we're looking for, x. So then you go to your calculator and you want to make sure, as always, when your numerator is compound, when there's a lot of stuff up here, you want to put parentheses around it. So as you type this in, you start with an open parenthesis, 24 times pi times 87, and then close your parenthesis, divided by 360. And the number that you get there is your answer. That is the length of arc JH, 18.221. And this is just a regular distance. So it's just feet, regular feet, arc length. This is arc JH. And you're done. It's that easy.